Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, everybody. I'm Dr. Bashir. In fact, I will very briefly, because the time is very less, I shall be highlighting some of the points specific to Pakistan only.
We have time, Bashir sir. We have time, please. We have
Okay,
time.
okay,
And we
that's
are
very
there
nice
to
of you.
listen to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. In fact, there is a book. I'm one of the author of that book. That book has been co-authored about Belt and Road Initiative, and my chapter is about misgivings and resolve for Pakistan about the CPAC and the BRI. A lot of discussion has gone in. In fact, so far I have listened to a number of speakers here, and you see what I could visualize from the discussion. Focus is, I mean, it is a global perspective we are talking about. There is no doubt that, and there is no denial of the fact that the CPAC is the main component of Belt and Road Initiative of China. And I would say to an extent that without CPAC, probably the initiative is not complete. Belt and Road Initiative remains incomplete without CPAC. It's so important. But purely talking from Pakistan perspective of view, I have two points to offer. One is what we say the comparing ourselves with China. Because we talk about Chinese strategies, Chinese initiative, Chinese economic policy. China is too big a country, in fact. Instead of, I mean, there is no comparison with China and Pakistan, and we cannot put our feet into the shoes of the China, because China is a much bigger country in every aspect, and they have different dimensions to flourish, to flow in. They have different objectives. We have to be very specific in Pakistan about what our objectives could be. This is one thing we have to understand. We have to de-link ourselves from the strategic aspirations, geopolitical dimensions of Chinese strategy in BRI, and the other corridor with CPAC is one of the corridors. One, we have to keep that in mind. Then I think we would be able to understand in a better way. The second point is that this Belt and Road Initiative and CPAC, fundamentally it provides what we say the strategic communication infrastructure. Now, how good we are in making use of that infrastructure, nothing would go wrong with the Chinese. It is Pakistan's government, the people of Pakistan, they have to decide how best they should be using that the infrastructure support, in fact, for the economic development which Chinese initiative is providing. Again, here, what I could see in some of the studies, some of the discussion, is that probably China would be coming forward to make social development, socio-economic development for Pakistan. We at times, I feel that probably have much more expectations beyond the business world, what we have. In fact, that we have to understand that this is the strategic communication infrastructure, and we are here to make use of that, and we have to deal with the initiative in a very professional manner, setting aside those, deep-rooted relationship, because in business, we talk about the business. In fact, there are the emotional attachment to the relationship, they have lesser relevance. The third point I want to highlight flowing from these 2 points, which we have to be very clear in Pakistan, that whatever initiative we make, whatever program we develop, it has to be people-centric, in fact. You see this Gwadar port has come on ground for the last about 15, 16, 17 years. And we are talking about the initiative, we are talking about the infrastructure development. What we have to look for and we have to focus on is, how can we measure it? That is basically what trickles down to the people in terms of social development, in terms of development of the education infrastructure, in terms of development of the health infrastructure, in development, in terms of talking about the entrepreneurship opportunities, in terms of creation of jobs for that particular purpose, in fact. So those are basically the people-centric initiatives which which any initiative, which any corridor, which any kind of strategic communication link that has to be kept in mind. What I have understood from the economic development initiatives of the government is, initiative of different countries is, that when we put aside the people's interest, by majority, I would say those projects, they do not succeed in longer term. So when we talk of the CPEC, we have to keep in mind that we have to keep our objectives very, very limited, confining ourselves to the Pakistan's, the characteristics of the Pakistan people, the potentials of Pakistan's economy. You see, we are, a declining economy. We have a problem of unemployment in Pakistan. We have the problems of lack of entrepreneurship opportunities for the youth. We have other problems like that, like the developing world, we have those problems. So those problems we have to keep in mind. And another problem which is specific to Pakistan is that we have a very different kind of neighbor on the Eastern Front. India is a different country. Different kind of relation we have. And in terms of making a block on the geopolitical stage also, China and India, they are different countries, they have different kind of relations. Again, if we have to go for economic development of the people of Pakistan, probably for the time being, we have to keep ourselves aside from what is happening with China and India. And we may be focusing more on the economic and the social development of the people of Pakistan. I look at CPEC as a great opportunity in terms of providing communication, connectivity, infrastructure for Pakistan, and particularly for the people of Pakistan. And I would say the success that hinges on one very important thing, that we need to focus inward instead of focusing outward. We have to be more operationalized, looking inward instead of talking about what happens in the global world, what happens strategically. Even in the regional context, we may not be we do not have that kind of resources to look on. So my focus has been that we should be talking about the CPEC purely from the business point of view, the business opportunities, the development opportunities point of view. So there is a need to, probably we have to reorientate ourselves in Pakistan from the CPEC in case we want to get really the benefits of this initiative of China. And we should be looking toward the people. And I would frankly say that we may be able to carry out some kind of analysis for the last about 15 years. How much has been the social development, the rise in the social index of the people of Pakistan, particularly the people of Balochistan, in terms of employment, in terms of the other social development initiatives which have been taken, the benefit which has gone to the people of Balochistan and people of Pakistan. I think we have to take all these things in mind, and we have to be looking inward and focusing on purely, I would say, a business point of view and economic development of the CPEC and the BR. Thank you very much. Thanks.